Good morning, YouTube, friends and family, and everybody tuning in to Choppadong's channel here. I want to thank you for the likes, subscribes, and reviews and comments. Had fun building the YouTube thing, so let's keep it rolling. What I want to talk to you about today is the ladder system that I talk about and preach about inside DFS Army. If you don't know who I am, I'm at Choppadong on Twitter. Subscribe to the YouTube channel here, get the content as soon as I release it. I am a coach and contributor inside DFSArmy.com, perhaps the best, most transparent, open, and coachable, teachable site out there for DFS enthusiasts. We absolutely teach you to become a better player through our content, tools, optimizers, and basically through the Slack chat forum where we're in there talking every sport all day long, all night long, and sharing winning techniques and tips and just making everybody better from following along. So if you're curious at all, you need to jump in. You need to go to dfsarmy.com. The link is in the description of this video, and you need to use coupon code CHOP, C-H-O-P. That triggers a 20% off discount for the life of your membership. As long as you remain a member, that 20% reapplies every single month, knocking the retail price of $35 a month down to $28. For 20, you have wasted $30 on worse things. If you're serious about DFS and you want to grow, I don't care if your bankroll's $10 or $1,000 or $10,000. This is a wise investment for you to make, and I'm going to show you why today. First of all, this is just background stuff. I'm working on an article that I'm going to put out that shows why we play home teams as opposed to away teams based on how they cover the spreads and they live up to their implied point totals. But that is for a later date. I don't know when I'm going to get that out. I'm just doing some preliminary research right now, but that is coming, so tune in. As far as our VIP Slack channel, we have a ton of coaching corners. We have sports rooms, MLB, NBA, NFL, NHL, blah, 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 blah. What I'm going to show you today is winning lineups. We're going to scroll up a little bit, and we're going to go up to about 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon, if I can find it. And the reason why is because I want to show you the thank yous and the winning and the things that we do. Let's start right about here, 25 in, 80 out. Okay, the next lineup, 60 in, 3,000 out. Not a bad day. I mean, the Army wins. I'm just trying to show you proof. We win every day. We win on all levels. We win small. We win big. It doesn't matter. We don't play just double ups like those lineup sellers promote out there on the internet, and they build you lineups that only get you to the top 40 percentile. That's crap. You want to learn how to actually be good and actually take down contests, you need to be a member of DFS Army. This is the ladder system we'll talk about. It's a structured system. We'll break it down a little bit. We'll show you the advantages to it, but you'll see 16 in, 30 out, almost double his money. That's not a phenomenal ladder, but it is steady Eddie, safe, grinder bankroll style. Guy found his home inside DFS Army. He says thank you again, says booyah again. I'm telling you, this place generates excitement. Our own founder, Football Geek, popped 1700 bucks in MMA. He's Roto Grinders ranked. We do the podcast. I host it. He comments. I try to knock him off track with dirty, deep thoughts and make him laugh on the podcast. It's kind of just a fun time for him to break down the week's NFL slate. And we talk about our player picks, where we're thinking early in the week. And then as the week goes on, we evolve. Now, a lot of times what we put out is going to be different than what we play. And the reason why is so much information changes through the week. That's why you need to be a VIP. That's why you need to follow along. We're not going to come out every day and put out our favorite plays as information evolves. We're going to put it out a little bit, show you we know what we're talking about, and then we're going to tell our VIPs inside the Slack channels if things change. Like last week, we had Leonard Fournette announced out. We spent an hour and a half in our Slack forums helping our VIP. We weren't out on Twitter broadcasting that crap. We were in Slack helping our VIPs edit their lineups and get their lineups appropriately constructed again with that news. So that's what we do. And of course, it results in winning. Lots of it. Day in, day out. DS doing work. That's our optimizer, domination station. PGA. The ladder works. Yes, it does. Best day of the season. Awesome. This was my own. I had Leonard Fournette and LaShawn McCoy in a Thursday lineup that locked. Couldn't get Fournette out of there. Still cashed. If you can cash with LaShawn McCoy's dud and Leonard Fournette's zero in your lineup, you did something right. The Army knows what it's talking about, dudes. Pretty damn simple. Doing work. Fantasy draft, doing work. 5 in, 25 out in hockey. Yes, we do hockey too. Ladder sweep. I'm telling you, this is where you need to be. 21 in, 87 out. 5 in, 40 out. That's a nice little ladder too. Won a 100-man contest. So speaking of ladders, let's jump in. I go into my own little private channel here with myself. This is where I collect my thoughts. I sit back, I meditate. I sit in this room when the world gets too tough. And I don't want to come out and deal with all of the repeat questions. I'm kidding. I'm just joking. This is where I put all of my files that I save for screenshots and things because they save a little bit better off of my phone and iPad than they do off of the desktop. So I try to keep them here so they look kind of pretty when I show you guys on videos and stuff what I'm doing. At any rate, dive in. This lineup did not cash at all. It's the only one of the 5 ladders this week that I put out that didn't do anything. And yeah, it missed by a good bit. So what? I more than made up for it. But what you're going to see is the basic structure of the ladder. $5 in, $2 in a triple up type contest, $2 in a quintuple up, and $1 in a bigger league or smaller GPP. The reason why is I'm trying to cross the various money lines. So 106, 109, 126, 123. As I cross these lines, I'm trying to cross these money lines, and as I cross these lines, it unlocks more and more and more payout. That's the ladder. We climb the ladder. That's all we're doing. If you don't know this is what people don't talk about inside the DFS industry. They give you the tools and they give you the stats and they tell you so-and-so runs 8% quick slants and he has 24% market share inside his head and his quarterback likes him on third down, especially when it's third and 13.7 yards. And the Vegas totals are showing us that the team is implied to score 24.27 points. The kicker should have a good day. The defense is highly volatile, so you want to play the running back and correlate him with the opposing team's wide receivers in case the game shoots. Man, screw that. That helps, but that isn't where it's at. Where people are winning money is by learning how to apply that knowledge. That's what DFS Army does. Yeah, we have the tools, but we have the knowledge. We take the time to explain to you, to show you, to teach you how to use that knowledge and actually win. Anyone can use stat. Which ones are important? They don't tell you that. Which ones can I ignore? They don't tell you that. They sit back and they say, 18.6 yards on that out route. It was predictable, and because of that, I won $8,000. Follow me, and he isn't going to teach you crap. There's nothing pisses me off more in this industry other than lineup sellers than the touts that are out there that are bragging about themselves and telling you their site's great because of the content they put out when their projections are shit, their optimizers are shit, and to be quite honest with you, their coaching is shit because they don't tell you anything. You don't have any access to them. Let's cancel out of this for one more second because I am on a diatribe right now and I'm going to prove to you. Keith, basketball, GPP player extraordinaire. Al Walsh's channel is in here somewhere. Donuts is in here. The founder, Football Geek, Geek Speak is in here. I'm in here. We are in here constantly. Our weather guy is in here. We are in our own rooms constantly tutoring people on a one-on-one basis. Look at this crap I talk to people about all day long. Yeah, we have fun too. So that can of whoop ass. Going over some lineups, talking about some strategy, talking about pivots. The Geek does the exact same thing. Gives you primetime slate notes, gives you Sunday slate notes, talks a little smack about the games. This is what we do. Nobody else in the industry anywhere of any kind gives you the accessibility to knowledgeable, experienced DFS players than the DFS Army. It does not exist. I don't care what the website is. I'm not even going to say there's other good websites out there. I'm sure there are. But I think that the coaching sucks. And how do I know that? I get these private messages all the time. People saying, dude, I am hooked. You have spent more time with me in 20 minutes than I've gotten in 3 years off of that other site. You've spent more time with me. I've learned more here in 2 weeks than I've learned in 2 years off of this other site. And you're a third of the cost. I'm telling you right now, DFS Army's onto something. Use that damn coupon code CHOP. I'm sick and tired of saying it all the time and watching people sit on the fence. I'm a skeptic. I'm on the inside. I can tell you it's as good as advertised. I'd be skeptical if I was you too. But the more I heard this dude, this loud ass on YouTube talking to me and telling me it's for real, I'm going to try it out. And when you finally decide to try it out, use that code CHOP, C-H-O-P. Get the 20% off. Make sure you lock that sucker in because you ain't going anywhere. If you have a problem with it, you come talk to me and tell me why it sucks and we'll fix it. Anyway, back to what I was talking about originally. Can you tell I believe in what we do? I believe in the product, guys. It's that simple. We are very good at what we do. We have winners every single day. I'm teaching you right now how to layer your contests in a way that is damn near foolproof. If you can produce a top 50% lineup, beat half the world, you can win. You don't have to win GPPs. You don't have to chase those big dollar contests and fall short by, 30 points, still have a stellar lineup and get back $3. That's for idiots. Don't be an idiot anymore. Learn how to bridge the gap. Why? I got sick of it, man. I got sick and tired of finishing in these 50-50 contests, somewhere down here along the line of 109, I'd get 110, 112. And that was fine. But then I would have great weeks where I would be all the way over here and I would be sitting at 138, 140. And I would still get back the same $2. And then I would enter some tournaments thinking, man, that was a really good score. And it wasn't. Not compared to the guy that won a 20,000 person tournament. That dude had a 180. And I was like, holy shit, I'm not even close. I'm only getting back $2, but it's so much better than because I'm winning these 100-man leagues. If I'm winning the 100-man 50-50, it's a top 1% lineup. It needs to get paid better than double. So I started doing research and I dug into the contests. And I started looking at the money lines. The 50-50 money line's the first one you're going to cross. 109-ish, 107, 106. Whatever contest you're looking at, it varies a little bit. We can talk about that another time. The triple up is next. That's a top 30% lineup. 116, it's going to be a little higher than this one. But at least when you cross this line, boom, you're working towards another one. And when you cross this one, you unlock $6. Then you work on the quintuple up line because it's a little higher yet. 123. Cross that line, you unlock $10. But you don't care because if you structured this right, you already paid for the whole contest. This is gravy. But that's $10. Now, I don't want it to flat line there because I could still win this thing and I want to get more than $10. So I enter a league that pays me for winning. And I go into the top 12% and I unlock $3, $4, $5, $6, $8, $15, $25. If I win it and I produce a top 1% lineup, I win it. $25 back on the dollar. Okay, now we're talking. And I started doing contest reviews, started going, man, why am I not in GPPs? If I can build a top 1% lineup, that's got to do something in a GPP. And I went and I did the math, and I encourage you to do the same thing. Go do the math. See what it takes. See what it takes to produce a top 20% lineup. If you're not a math major, take the number of entries and multiply by 0.20. And whatever that answer is, that's the place you need in that tournament. It may be 400th place, but look at what it pays. It's going to min cash and make $2 on a dollar. Go to the top 10% lineup and calculate that, because a top 10% lineup is going to win you. If I go back up here, where's the 110 lineup? A top 10% lineup is going to give you a shot to win a 10-man contest, right? First place out of 10 people, 10%. Okay? That's what you're looking for. So you want to find out what that pays, because in the 10-man league, it pays $5 on a dollar. Does it get you 5 times your money back in a GPP? No, it does not. It min cashes you. Then go to the top 5% lineup mark, because that wins you a 20-man league. And in a 20-man league, it gets you back 10 times your money. Does it get you back 10 times your money in the top 5% lineup in a GPP? Does it get you back 10 times? No, it does not. It gets you back about 3 times, maybe 4. Go do the math, learn these contests, find their loopholes, find their weaknesses, and exploit them. I like the top 1% lineup because the top 1% lineup returns 25 bucks on a dollar in a 100-man league. And I can win it. I can beat 100 people. I can beat 100 people with a smart, safe cash lineup. I can't beat 20,000 people with a cash lineup. It needs to be a little funky. So I build safe lineups. I worry about this line first. And then I build it with some upside. I use some stacking. This is Alex Smith and Kareem Hunt and Kamara. And then ran it back with Des Bryant. And then a couple other good spots. I ran Alex Smith, Kareem Hunt, Travis Kelce, and their kicker, Butker, thinking that game was going to go nuts. And then ran it back with Des Bryant in case it did go nuts and Des was doing damage on the other side. And this lineup had potential if that happened. That's not a cash safe lineup. That's crazy. It's more of a GPP lineup. But I put it in here because it still had the chalk game of the week, the chalk plays within that game of the week, along with the Saints and Kamara and whatever else. It had some very safe plays in Sanu and Funchess and whatnot. So it had a very strong floor and a very strong foundation built for this 50-50 line, but built with upside in it to go all the way. And it almost did. See, if you win a GPP, man, you're looking at the 50-50 cash line in the rearview mirror. That thing is gone. You buried that. You took double your money, and you are looking at it in the rearview mirror, man. It's eating dust. So I'm one of the few coaches out there that'll tell you it's okay to build GPP lineups and throw them in cash contests. Because if you built it right, you're running the table. Why do I know this? Because I built the ladder system. The ladder system gives you access as your lineup continues to grow to bigger and bigger money. So at the very least, take your tournament lineup and back it up with a 50-50. Because if it cashes in the tournament, it blew away the 50-50. You don't need to build two different types of lineups, folks. Now, in this structure, because I put so much weight on the 50-50, I build it for safety. Safety first. But I do build it with upside for the bigger win. Because I'm trying to build a bankroll. If I scroll down and show you the next contest, this 132, I actually have to scroll up for it. That was $1.50 at the top. It didn't have enough room to fit all of the contests in there because I spread out. Because I talk volatility too. And volatility is an interesting concept. If I play head-to-heads, if I go up against you, and it's just me and you, I can win that contest and I can lose that contest. If I build a top 50% lineup, the odds are I'm going to win it. Not if I run into you and you had a better week, though. You could have had a smash week, and this 132 was good enough to place 7th place in a 50-50, 6th place in a 100-man league. It's a top 10% lineup across the industry. If it's a top 10% lineup across the industry, it should have beat 9 out of 10 people in head-to-heads. But if I only ran 2 head-to-heads or just 1, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to win or not. It might run up against it better. I might get unlucky. I don't like luck. This is a skill-based game. Yeah, it's short-term gambling, but it is long-term skill. Most people don't know how long the long-term really is. It's long, guys. It's long. And there's a lot of variance and volatility in this industry. You need a large bankroll. You need to leverage your contests appropriately, and you need to make that bankroll last so that you can actually get something from it. And you don't learn that on other DFS sites. You learn it in DFS Army. If you look at this contest here, I'm showing this because it was a top 10% lineup across the industry. Okay? It blew away the 50-50. It blew away the 10-man league. It blew away the quintuple up. It blew away the triple up. It crossed all those lines. It's green all the way through. This is a ladder sweep. This is what we're shooting for. On this 10 bucks or 11 bucks, this one turned back like, 35, 40 bucks. Very safely. Just grind that bankroll up. Build it with fundamental plays. Russell Wilson, Jimmy Graham, a little bit of a stack there. And then chalk, Elliott, chalk, Hunt, chalk, T.Y. Hilton, chalk, Funchess. Again, was a little bit of a risk. But you need that upside to win these things. And then Jake Elliott, or whatever his name is over in Philadelphia, is the kicker, and the Indianapolis Colts. You know why they were a safe defense? Because they were dirt-ass cheap. I didn't need to get any points from them. They allowed me to buy up Graham, Wilson, Hunt, and Elliott. Now, Elliott and Hunt didn't do shit. This lineup could have been a lot where it could have been lethal had those guys had good games, had the games they were supposed to have. But they didn't. But because its foundation was solid, it still did fine. This is what we teach. If this intrigues you, if this ladder style intrigues you, you need to jump in. Now, the quick thing about what I was trying to tell you before about the volatility is I spread these things out, because in the head-to-heads, the only way that we're really going to get a safe lineup or a safe, my lineup is a top 10% lineup. It needs to realize that and get paid on 9 out of 10 head-to-heads. But the only way I'm going to do that is to run 100 head-to-heads. Well, 100 head-to-heads just cost me $100. I don't have $100 in my bankroll to do that on one lineup. I don't want to do that. And for me to win and double my money in head-to-heads, I have to win all 100 of them. And to win all 100 of them, I need to take risk. And that's exactly what the industry tells you not to do. Don't take risk in your head-to-heads. Play safe. No, screw that. If you're playing head-to-heads, you need to take some damn risk. Because if you're running the volume that you need to run to smooth out the luck and smooth out the variance and win the number of contests you're supposed to win for the strength of that lineup, then you need to take some damn risk. And if I'm taking a ton of risk to beat, say, 500 head-to-heads, and I need to sweep them all and beat 499 opponents, then guess what? I stack games. I run correlation plays with the quarterback and the wide receiver, and I should have been in a tournament. Because if I placed first out of 500 people, I better not be getting back double my money minus the rake. I'd better be getting back, man, freaking 10, 20, 30, 40 times my money. I'd better be getting back what I freaking deserve for producing the lineup that whooped ass. That's the problem in this industry. That's why head-to-heads suck. Get out of them. Spread your money out. Take that $10 instead of putting it in head-to-heads and spread it out. Put it in 50-50, put it in a 10-man league, put it in a triple up, a quintuple up, and a bigger league. And then if you run the table on that 100-man league and you place first out of 100 people, you get paid $25, plus you just knocked out all the cash lines of everything else you just did. Now you're going to get yourself $50-$60 on a $10 investment instead of $9 on a $10 investment. Use that money smartly. I learned all this by reading articles and talking to people inside the DFS Army. If you need more description or more details and you have more questions or want to structure your own bankroll appropriately, you need to become a VIP. Jump in, look me up, talk to me, talk to our other coaches. We can all help you. It's what we do. Come inside dfsarmy.com, coupon code CHOP, CHOP. 20% off, life of your membership. You ain't going anywhere. Our NBA optimizer is just printing cash right now. You aren't going anywhere. Write it off as a cost of doing business, a cost of your own education. Get the hell off the fence and get in here today so we can start working for this week. Week 10 of the NFL season's coming up. Our content starts rolling out tomorrow, and we're going to have ourselves another good week. Don't miss out. Be a part of it. Coupon code CHOP, CHOP. Like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. I will see you on the inside.